Welcome to Your Anime Senpais, and this special episode is the Louisville Anime Community Newsletter edition. And of course, I do have Randall with me, who is the founder of the Louisville Anime Community. So, Randall, what are the major announcements going on in anime right now?
Well, in general, kind of the whole area has been kind of belabored or depressed, I guess, if you will. Suppressed is probably the word, with coronavirus. So you're probably tired and sick and tired. You've been stuck at home. Don't want to hear anything more about coronavirus. Well, I've got your back on that. I'm that way too. But it does affect how our anime consumption has gone lately. Some of the different mangas have been postponed over in Japan, as well as domestic releases. Some of the anime has been postponed, starting with like the Violet Evergarden movie, and that has moved on from there to like individual episodes being released later in the year, like Sword Art Online, The War of the Underworld, No Guns Life. They've even talked about Pokemon Ash going on basically a vacation, and the Pokemon anime going on vacation for a while. So, which that's pretty much never.
Things are serious when that happens.
I mean, Pokemon is ending. You know, all we need is One Piece and Detective Conan to go. And
oh wow! I don't know if people might revolt in the streets over this.
So, different theater chains have pretty much shut down. There's been an article here recently that AMC, you may know it as the Stony Brook 20, may be in bankruptcy. The parent company AMC, not specifically that location, but they may not be returning from this. I don't know what else would maybe go in that site, but pretty much everybody is shut down that way. Of course, the Olympics over in Japan have been pushed off considerably, so it's not necessarily the Akira Olympics anymore. But it's a good thing for all of us to just kind of stay in place, let this blow over. We'll get back to doing regular events. Don't try to take it so hard. Binge watch some anime. One of our later episodes that we're going to do as part of this newsletter is going to be on recommendations. So hang tight. We're going to be doing some online videos to kind of help with that and doing more events through our Discord and things. But let's move on and get on to other things. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay. Next thing you have as a topic is Japanese in a nutshell, and I think you're going to you mentioned maybe approaching this a little differently this time.
Well, besides, I don't want to butcher any Japanese words because my tongue just don't twist in them fashions. I've talked to a lot of people over the last few weeks because we've been stuck indoors and people are trying to learn new things and that they don't know where they can get like Japanese resources, or maybe they want to study with a native Japanese person. We actually have several subgroups as part of the Louisville Anime Community that do that. This one on Facebook is called the Louisville Japanese Language and Culture Group. We've got some people that are native Japanese speakers. We used to have meetups regularly through that group in order to, do training sessions and talk about where we're going to meet and do, share resources. So that's a good place to start. We also have a meme group. That's the Louisville Anime Community Otaku no Meme. That's also on Facebook. If you want to post memes, we try to keep it kind of segregated between the main group and that, because a lot of people don't want to see the memes blocking up their feed. That can just be over here, and that can be over there, and you can subscribe to both groups and get all the memes all the time. But I see that you're a man of culture as well, if you join.
Yes.
We also have a Fate group. If you're into the Fate Stay Night Type Moon series, it's called the Fate Roundtable. You can find that also on Facebook. We also have a Discord server. We've had one for a couple of years now, actually. We have had some of the people that were on Meetup join over there. We're going to be using that more with doing online events. We've got some gaming, different things like online Gunpla builds, maybe doing some watch parties. There's other parts of the community that are on there. Come out, join us. We're going to have some set times for those things that we'll talk about again in another video. Just kind of keep working with the community. It's another way to connect.
All right. And you've had events, not recently, but in previous, and it's been a while since we did a video
long
as well.
time ago.
So we've had events. You've had events, and let's kind of go through and review those events that have happened that the LAC's hosted and how those went.
Things that we'll get back to. We did do some round one bowling, which turned out pretty well. We've had some folks from even as far as Owensboro coming to that. Generally, we do a little bit of bowling and do a little bit of the arcade games. Sadly, just as round one shut down because of the virus stuff, they restocked their anime figures and things. So they have new selection.
Go figure.
Really. So we're hoping to get back to that soon. There was the Ride Your Wave movie, which I think was a Masaki Yusa film. Kind of depressing, but it was an interesting movie. It was kind of like a more serious take on Lou Over the Wall.
It's a great comparison.
Lots of water and things like that, but you've got this girl who moves out to the coast and starts a relationship with a firefighter, and he passes away, and there's a lot of emotional trauma because of that.
Spoilers.
But, well, that's all in the promo video, so it's obvious. So we also had, of course, the My Hero Academia Heroes Rising movie, which was kind of like My Hero fan fiction, but
did you have a good turnout for it?
We did have a good turnout. Lots of My Hero fans, of course, in the area. We went to AMC actually when we saw the first My Hero movie, and they sold out like 4 theaters. So, lots of My Hero fans in the area.
Mm-hmm.
Plus Ultra. We also did Crane House, or the Asia Art Institute downtown had a leap year party, and that was pretty interesting. They had some anime going there. They had karaoke provided by No Ray Bar. It was a new karaoke joint starting up for the Louisville area. They also had, I believe it was from U of L, they had a K-pop dance crew come in and do a couple of skits there. That was interesting. And some food and drink and different things going on. But nice little event. We started talking to their directors, and we're going to be working with more with them in the future.
Nice.
Tokyo Godfathers, which is a Satoshi Kon movie, had a new dub, and that was in theaters for a little bit. I kind of liked it. I think I hadn't seen the movie before, so I don't have anything to compare it to, but the dub was actually pretty decent, I thought. Well, the voices matched. There wasn't anything that stood out. Movie-wise, I thought it was all right. If you get a chance, go and see it. I don't necessarily know that you need to rush out or buy it or anything, but it was all right.
It's a good one-time viewing maybe, or something, 2 times?
One-time viewing. If you're more into Perfect Blue or Paprika, I'd say those are the more cerebral or dark, yeah, really dark type shows, whereas Millennium Actress and Tokyo Godfathers is more kind of on the upbeat side a little bit. So maybe give it a shot if you get the chance. We also went out to Chicken and Me as another ramen event. We tried initially going to Ramen House there in the Mid-City Mall.
Oh yeah,
but it
we
was
had
so
quite
full.
a few people show up for that.
And we had about 20 in our group, but the place itself was so packed. They had about 40 people standing in line to get in. So at that point, it was like a 3-hour wait, and we decided to go elsewhere for that one.
So what was the wait at Chicken Me?
Chicken and Me, we had an advance reservation for it, and that was right at the time the virus concerns were coming out, so they were practically empty.
What a contrast, 'cause that was only maybe 2 weeks apart? Or 1 week?
It was...
It didn't seem like it was that far apart.
It was about 2 to 3 weeks apart. I think I was trying to do a monthly. It was decent food and all that, nice location and things. Just nobody was really coming out because of the travel and concerns at that time. We also had, I think it was the following Sunday right after that, we had our last Gunpla Build over at Cardinal Gaming. Nice, 10, 15 people came out for that, built Gunpla and, talked about the franchise and what else is going on in the area and had a good time. Anything else?
No, I don't think so as far as those events go. But let's dive into, hey, I'm stuck at home. Randall, tell me about some anime deals that I need to know about.
Spend that hard-earned money. Well, if you went to our event for Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl, or are a fan of Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai, the movie is now finally out for pre-order at RightStuff. It's $40 because it's Aniplex. Bookwalker, which is a online like light novel service. You can subscribe to them. Right now they're having a kind of a campaign or a sale of sorts where they've got 55 light novels on offer that you can read for free.
That's a good sale.
That's quite a bit. A lot of it is isekai type series. They're not stuff mostly that's in anime right now, so I mean you could probably get ahead of that, but
I mean isekais have not been fully delved into, it feels like, so definitely a huge market for that.
I mean there's some that stand out. I kind of give it a little bit more leeway than most, because if they do something new with the premise, okay, fine, we can deal with that. But if it's just person goes to other world, they're immediately awesome and have all the power and they're wonderful and all the genders falling on top of them, no, I'm sorry, but Anyway, Bookwalker's having a campaign. Check them out. They have it on their front page as the I couldn't go outside, so I stayed in and read light novels all day sale.
How appropriate.
Indeed. Also, Sentai Filmworks is back at it with their spring sale. They've got a lot of Blu-rays under $15, and some of them are even as low as $1.99 for like OVA episodes. So I wouldn't say maybe if you bought into it here about 6 months ago, they had a massive sale. It was a little bit cheaper, but if you want to pick up a lot of stuff all at one time, like Pat Labor or Haikyuu, Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun, or maybe like Flying Witch, some of that where you can get the whole like special edition box set for $20-30. Not a bad sale. So especially if you're not like streaming stuff and you want physical copies right now and everybody's stuck indoors, plenty of content.
All right, well, with that, we're going to wrap up this episode. Definitely check out our next episodes we have coming out after this. We'll have Randall with us, and we really appreciate you guys checking out this video. Check out the LAC. We'll have all additional links down below for all the things he's talked about, as much as we can anyway. Check out the LAC's Facebook page. We'll have links to that. Hit up Randall, ask him about different things you have questions about, and we'll see you in the next episode.